From Southern Colorado's high-definition news leader, this is News Channel 13, where the news comes first.
A presidential weekend on tap for Colorado Republicans. We're live at the big event happening right here in Southern Colorado.
And dancing with donuts only in California do two burglary suspects in a California car chase show off. Find out how this entertaining chase ends.
Temperatures across southern Colorado today are in the 60s and 70s. I'll show you if this warmth is expected to last into the weekend. Coming up with your Storm Tracker 13 forecast next.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for KRDO News Channel 13 at 4 o'clock. I'm Emily Allen in for Heather Skoll.
And I'm Bart Bedsole.
Now, we are just hours away from Republican presidential hopeful Ted Cruz's visit to Colorado Springs, where he continues to rack up delegates.
That's right. KRDO News Channel 13's Eric Fink was in with a packed room of Republicans in El Paso County today, and they overwhelmingly voted for Cruz at this afternoon's Congressional District Assembly. Eric is live tonight at the World Arena, where the state convention will be held tomorrow. Eric, a very busy area at this hour.
Very busy, Bart. In fact, we're just a few hours away from Cruz's visit. I'm going to step right out of the way. The congressional assemblies were held today at the Doubletree Hilton. That's just a block or so away from the World Arena. And Cruz won all 7 of these congressional assemblies. You can look right across the street. You can see the lawn signs, the big Ted Cruz sign. And across the way, over at the Target parking lot, the overflow parking lot is also completely full. The Cruz campaign seizing on momentum. He won all of those 7 congressional district assemblies today. That's 21 pledged delegates, as there is no doubt which candidate El Paso County Republicans support in Decision 2016. A room of more than 1,000 active Republican El Paso County voters packed the Doubletree in Colorado Springs this morning. You couldn't miss the poster with the Ted Cruz slate of delegates as you walked. And one of those delegates elected to the National Convention in Cleveland just a couple of hours ago and pledged to Cruz is Kay Rendelman. She says she passionately believes that Cruz is the man Republicans must support to defeat Democrats this fall.
He represents the values of Republicans in Colorado. He's been a fighter for protecting our constitutional rights and limited government. They're seeing a tremendous amount of momentum for Ted Cruz.
2 candidates who have any plausible path of winning the Republican.
And Cruz will try to complete a sweep of delegates when he speaks at the state convention at the World Arena tomorrow afternoon. Donald Trump will not be here in Colorado Springs. His campaign did send a surrogate and just hired its first paid staffer in the state. And coming up tonight at 5 o'clock, in about an hour, you're going to hear from that surrogate who did speak in front of that room of Republicans today. Hear about what he thinks Cruz taking all of these pledged delegates at these assemblies means for his campaign. I'll tell you one thing, it's going to make Donald Trump's path to 1237, that magic number that he needs to avoid a contested convention, it's going to make his path a little bit tougher. We'll see you at 5 o'clock. Live tonight in Colorado Springs at the Doubletree, Eric Fink, KRDO News Channel 13.
Eric, thanks. We will see you then. Vice President Joe Biden is in Boulder this afternoon. He's here as part of a White House initiative to prevent sexual assaults on college campuses. CU Boulder is one of the more than 100 schools being investigated for sexual assault complaints.
Continuing our Decision 2016 coverage, New York voters will head to the polls in just 11 days. Today, Bernie Sanders is backing off his earlier claims that Hillary Clinton is unqualified to be president. So, are these 2 Democrats now ready to play nice? ABC's Megan Hughes has the details.
A softer Bernie Sanders telling the Today Show,
I respect Hillary Clinton. We were colleagues in the Senate.
She's qualified.
Of course.
A sharp departure from his recent comments.
That maybe the American people might wonder about your qualifications, Madam Secretary, when you voted for the war in Iraq.
Yesterday, Clinton already indicated she was looking to end the feud.
I don't know why he's saying that, but I will take Bernie Sanders over Donald Trump or Ted Cruz anytime.
This as the two are trying to win the hearts of New Yorkers. Sanders strolling to a local diner. Clinton opting for the subway. While across town, Republican Ted Cruz breaking bread literally.
Would you like to make holes in your matzah?
I would love to make holes.
Touring and tasting matzah at a bakery in Brooklyn. Donald Trump off the campaign trail since Tuesday's Long Island rally. His campaign brought in a new chief to manage the convention, and he got the promise of a vote from Rudy Giuliani, New York's mayor during 9/11, warning Ted Cruz, quote, "It's New York City, we're family. I can make fun of New York, but you can't." Cruz's January criticism of New York values continuing to haunt him.
Because everyone in New York and outside of New York knows exactly what I meant by that. And it is the liberal values of Democratic politicians.
Donald Trump today tweeting that he is catching up on many things, saying, quote, "Remember, I am still running a major business while I campaign." Megan Hughes, ABC News, Washington.
The Colorado State Senate has passed a budget. The $27 billion budget was approved by a 30-5 vote. It takes effect July 1st and includes about $150 million for highway construction and a slight increase in education spending. The Senate's version of that bill also includes $100,000 for suicide prevention programs. A conference committee will iron out the differences between the Senate's bill and the House's bill.
Well, for another day in a row, Mother Nature continues to cooperate with us.
That's right. Nice temperatures once again, although a bit more cloud cover today. Those clouds certainly didn't keep people from getting outside and enjoying the weather today. Looks like Garden of the Gods there. Even the birds were out taking in all that Mother Nature had to offer. Temperatures holding steady in southern Colorado today. Let's go over to the Storm Tracker 13's Rachel Platt to find out how long this will continue. Rachel.
Well, we are going to keep the warm temperatures, but it is going to get a bit more unsettled as we head through the weekend, which means a better chance for showers, which may include a bit of snow as we take you into your Saturday and Sunday afternoons. Taking a look outside right now, though, no snow in the forecast for tonight. 63 degrees the current temperature from I-25 and Fillmore. No travel issues expected through the remainder of the evening, so if you have somewhere to be tonight, Mother Nature is going to cooperate quite nicely. 62 degrees right now in Colorado Springs, 72 in Pueblo with 50s and 60s for southern I-25. We have had the clouds thickening up through the afternoon, and I expect that trend to continue. It's up across the high country, though, where we are tracking the only showers around Colorado. The showers really impacting the southern and southwestern mountains right now, and I expect the showers to continue to spread farther toward the north, staying, though, up across the high country. So if you are doing any skiing tomorrow, conditions on the slopes should be just fine. Lower elevations, we're not going to see things getting too exciting until, again, tomorrow afternoon. Taking a look at the rest of your evening forecast, we'll fall back into the 50s and 60s by 9 o'clock, dropping even further into the 40s and 50s by midnight. Tomorrow morning, we'll start off the day in the 30s and 40s. Tomorrow, looking to be another warm day. However, we will kick up the wind. There is a chance for a few showers during the afternoon. Could even get a few thunderstorms for the lower elevations tomorrow afternoon. Everything ends by tomorrow evening. We do it again on Sunday, but instead of the showers ending Sunday evening, they're going to continue into your Monday. Sunday night, bringing the best chance for some accumulating snow. Stick around. I have your SkyCast loaded up. I will show you when the showers will move into your neighborhood, how long they'll last, and how they will impact temperatures next week. That's all coming up with your Storm Tracker 13 forecast later in the newscast. Bart and Emily, back to you.
Thanks, Rachel. The Colorado State Patrol is investigating a deadly crash along northbound I-25 this afternoon. The crash happened near the Greenland exit. Greenland is in southern Douglas County, just north of Monument Hill. The crash involved two vehicles. State Patrol says a 51-year-old man was killed. No one else was hurt. Lanes were shut down briefly due to the accident. And a Colorado Springs woman was hurt after she was hit by falling debris at a gas station. Now, this happened on North Academy near Constitution. Police say a big box truck hit an overhang. The accident damaged the support beams for the awning. A woman who was near the overhang says she had to act fast to prevent anyone else from getting hurt.
So I just stopped to get gas, and I was just standing right next to the pump, and I just heard a loud bang, and then the brick column just kind of started to fall forward, and I moved backwards and put my hand up, and just one of the brick shards came down, and as it shattered, it just caught my hand and it just glanced off my head.
The gas pumps were roped off. The overhang has a 12-foot clearance.
Pueblo police are looking for a woman randomly knocking on doors. She was caught on surveillance video ringing this doorbell in the Belmont neighborhood on the northeast side of the city. She then ran off when she spotted that camera. The homeowner says he also saw a group of men in a car. Police want to remind you, never open a door for a stranger in the middle of the night. In El Paso County, deputies are looking for more crooks who stole credit cards out of vehicles. The sheriff's office released this surveillance photo last night. Take a look. They say the men bought 3 PlayStation 4s at the Fountain Walmart. Earlier this week, we told you about several similar break-ins near Constitution and Powers. Anyone with information is asked to call 390-5555.
We now know the cause of Tuesday's large apartment fire in Colorado Springs. The fire department says the careless disposal of a cigarette sparked that blaze. Investigators say it caused $2.8 million in damage. And we have new information this afternoon. 2 people are dead in what Texas investigators are calling a murder-suicide in Lackland Air Force Base. A Pentagon official says an airman shot his squadron commander this morning at Joint Base San Antonio Lackland. The official did not comment on the status of either the airman or the commander.
We will not go into the specifics regarding those victims. As you all can very well understand, our hearts and prayers go out to the families that are going to be affected by this tragedy.
The 2 people have not been identified.
Police say they have arrested a suspect in the killing of a University of Texas student in Austin. 17-year-old Mikhail Kreiner is accused of the crime. Investigators say he's homeless and not affiliated with the school. The body of 18-year-old Haruka Weiser was found Tuesday in a creek near the Alumni Center. She was a dance major from Portland. Kreiner was found at a shelter Thursday with several of the victims' belongings.
A high-speed chase in Los Angeles took an entertaining turn. The suspects in the car took a break from fleeing from police to dance while driving. Then they did donuts in the middle of the highway. The chase began because the driver of that Mustang convertible was a suspect in a burglary. The chase lasted for an hour and a half, even after spike strips popped a tire and a TMZ tour bus tried to box in the car.
You know, that was a Hollywood moment for sure. Spider-Man was pointing at him.
The chase did not end until the driver stopped, posed on the hood, and took a selfie. 3 people were taken into custody.
17 million Netflix customers are about to be charged more for the service, and many have no idea it's coming. In May of 2014, a standard subscription went from $7.99 a month to $8.99. Then last October, it rose to $9.99. Existing customers, though, were grandfathered in at the $7.99 rate. But next month, they will be moved to the $9.99 plan. A recent J.P. Morgan survey showed about 80% of them affected who will be ungrandfathered didn't know that price hike was coming. The price of mailing a letter will fall for the first time in nearly a century this Sunday. That's right, the price is actually going down this time to 47 cents. Last time there was a decrease in the price of a stamp was 1919, when it dropped from 3 cents to 2 cents. The Postal Service doesn't want the decrease, but it doesn't have a choice due to a deal with Congress made in 2014. The Postal Service will lose about $2 billion a year due to the decrease. A leak in the Keystone Pipeline may be bigger than expected. Just ahead, find out how much oil was exposed and how crews are keeping the community safe.
Thankfully, we are tracking a quiet day here in southern Colorado. Wind speeds for most in the single digits. That is expected to change. I am tracking not 1 but 2 systems heading our way this weekend. What they could do to your weekend plans coming up after the break.
Well, we had sunshine at the beginning of the day, but clouds are starting to move in.
That's right, but don't fear, the warm temperatures will stick around. Let's take a look live outside of Colorado Springs in Motor City. 58 degrees and a pretty good layer of clouds out there. Enjoy it while you can, because changes are coming. Storm Tracker 13's Rachel Plath is tracking what's in store for your weekend. Rachel.
Yeah, things are going to get a bit more active here as we head through the weekend and especially into early next week. Here's what you can expect. Basically, we're looking for cloudy mornings both tomorrow and again on Sunday during the afternoon. That's when I expect to see the best chance for rain and snow. Tomorrow evening, the showers will come to an end. Sunday evening, though, they're going to continue with snow expected by Monday morning, which could impact your Monday morning drive. So let's jump right into your Skycast and track exactly when these showers push into your neighborhood. By 10 o'clock tonight, we're going to keep on tracking showers in the high country, really impacting mainly just the southwestern mountains. So I don't expect anything along the I-25 corridor through the remainder of the evening. By tomorrow morning, still tracking snow in the mountains, but we should have just a bit of a partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions across the lower elevations by 3 o'clock. That's when we're going to see the impacts of storm system number 1. That's going to spread a few showers along the I-25 corridor. Should be in the form of rain by 3 o'clock. Taking you into the evening, notice those areas of yellow around the Pikes Peak region. It's not out of the question to get a few isolated thunderstorms to move overhead, so we'll have to keep a close eye on that. And 'tis the season where we need to keep a close eye on any rain impacting area burn scars, so stick with us through the weekend. Of course, we'll be tracking that closely. Showers will end during the late evening. By midnight, the only thing we'll be tracking is snow up across the high country continuing. So if you do have any plans taking you into the mountains this weekend, watch out for winter travel conditions. By Sunday morning, again, mostly cloudy skies to start, but then the showers are expected to arrive during the afternoon and continue through the evening. And as I mentioned, they are not going to quit as we head into your Monday. So the heaviest showers expected Sunday night, and with the temperatures dropping Sunday night and into Monday morning, we'll likely see the rain transitioning to snow, which could make for a slow drive Monday morning. Stick with us. We'll continue tracking that system closely. Temperatures tonight will be dropping into the 40s for most, so a fairly mild night. High temperatures tomorrow, despite the clouds and the chance for showers, still going to be another warm one, with highs getting into the 60s and 70s. We'll even top out at 80 degrees in Lamar. 62 will be your high temperature tomorrow in Alamosa. Colorado Springs, we're looking for a high temperature of 69. We are going to drop the temperatures, though, Sunday into Monday. Monday will fall back to 49 degrees, which is going to be a bit of a shock to the system as our second wave moves overhead Sunday into Monday. We'll keep a few lingering showers around through Tuesday with another chance for showers on Thursday. Temperatures will climb, though, back into the 60s. In Pueblo tomorrow, 76, then 74 on Sunday. Best chance for showers will be during the afternoon and evening. Monday morning could see a bit of a rain-snow mix. I don't expect much in the way of travel impacts, though, around Pueblo. 70s are back Wednesday, Thursday, and again on Friday. Canyon City, 73 tomorrow, 71 on Sunday with 50s expected Monday. We're back in the 70s, though, for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So just a quick little reminder that we're not too far out of the winter season yet. Teller County, 60 degrees tomorrow. We hit 57 on Sunday. It is going to be cold on Monday, though, 38 degrees. And I tell you what, Teller County is going to be one of the areas where we have the best chances of getting a significant amount of snow Sunday night and into Monday. We could see several inches, which again is why I know we don't care about Monday right now. It's Friday evening, but put it in the back of your mind. I'll remind you on Sunday, of course, that Monday morning could bring a few issues, but just have the umbrella with you during the afternoons this weekend.
I think it's a good motivation to have a good weekend because you know it's may be coming on Monday.
Exactly, yeah. Just again, tuck that in the back of your mind. And yeah, this weekend the mornings should be cloudy. The afternoons, though, could be a bit unsettled. So if you have anything you want to do outside, maybe rake the leaves or clean up your lawns, do that in the morning. During the afternoon, you may have to hunker down inside.
Good advice.
Yeah.
All right, Rachel, thanks.
You bet.
Let's see here. The Canyon City Fire Department is doing a controlled burn that is near Eco Park in Canyon City. The park is closed while the burn is in progress. Deputies ask that you do not call 911 to report seeing smoke in the area.
Keystone Pipeline leak is apparently worse than first thought. TransCanada now says it appears nearly 17,000 gallons of oil leaked in South Dakota. At first, officials said less than 200 gallons had spilled. The leak was found on Saturday, and it caused a key part of the pipeline to be turned off. TransCanada says the leak has been controlled, but the company has not found the source of that leak yet.
Well, the new otter pups at the Pueblo Zoo seem to be doing well.
That's right. We'll show you their milestones and how they're thriving coming up. Plus, she's just like any other dog, and now a Colorado Springs group is working to fulfill her life. You'll hear this pup story only on KRDO News Channel 13.
We are getting a new look at Pueblo Zoo's new otter pups. The zoo posted these pictures of the little pups during their latest checkup. The little ones were born March 8th. Their mom is teaching them to learn how to swim. Now, the keepers are still looking for names for those two pups.
They look like they're doing great. A former supersized dog is inspiring others to lose weight, or maybe their owners. The dog known as Fat Vincent tipped the scales at more than 38 pounds, and he's a dachshund. As a result, he had bad cholesterol and was depressed. Well, his owner died more than 8 months ago, so he was taken to an animal shelter. That's where an animal rescue group stepped in and helped him lose that weight. Look at him now. He's lost more than half his body weight, all thanks to water aerobics and some extra walks. He only has 1.5 pounds more to lose before he's considered at his goal weight. Then the shelter will work to find him a forever home.
Wow, those pictures are unbelievable. Now, in case you missed this story, a lovable furry friend is proving 2 legs are just as good as 4. And this is a story you'll only see here on KRDO News Channel 13.
Come on, Rue. Rue.
Princess Rue was born without her 2 front legs. She was recently put up for adoption on the internet, and that's where the Misfit Dog Rescue Team came in. The group adopted her and is giving her medical care before she goes to her forever home. Together with St. Paws Animal Thrift Stores, they raised $900 to have the princess fitted for a custom wheelchair.
So she'll wear the vest that they make for like a couple of weeks and get used to that, and then after that they attach the wheels and there you go, and she'll be off and running.
Volunteers say that the wheelchair will be a big upgrade for Rue. And check out this little cutie. Firefighters rescued a baby bear while battling a Florida brush fire yesterday. The cub's paws were burned slightly from the flames. The wildlife officials are monitoring the little one to make sure it's going to be okay. The blaze stretched more than 250 acres. Residents are back home after being evacuated. The fire is hopefully almost contained.
Coming up, one of the key suspects in the Paris attacks has been arrested. Learn who else investigators could be looking for.
Plus, the U.S. Secretary of State is showing his support for the Iraqi government. More on the background of his surprise visit.
Testing 1 2 3. Sound check 1 2 3. Audio check test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Sound check. Audio check.
Officials believe a series of new arrests in Brussels today may include suspects involved in the recent terrorist attacks as well as last year's attacks in Paris. Mohamed Abrini, a known suspect from the Paris attacks that killed 130 people in November, was among those arrested. These are pictures from gas station surveillance cameras taken 2 days before those attacks. Today's arrests in Belgium come just 1 day after authorities issued a public plea for help, releasing this surveillance footage of the so-called man in the white coat. An American photographer is heading home today. The Syrian government has freed Kevin Dawes. He was abducted after traveling to Syria back in 2012. U.S. officials say Dawes was released following months of negotiations that Secretary of State John Kerry says he helped with. Syrians handed Dawes over to Russian authorities, who then flew him out of Syria.
U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry is meeting with the Iraqi Prime Minister and other government officials. Secretary Kerry's visit to Baghdad was unannounced as part of an effort to show U.S. support for the Iraqi government. He's addressing security, economic, and political challenges.
I want to pay tribute to the Iraqi security forces and the people of Iraq for their bravery and fierce determination in the fight against Daesh. And I want to thank our extraordinarily capable, brave U.S. servicemen and women, as well as others from the coalition, our partners, all of whom are joined together to fight Daesh and improve the capability of the Iraqi security forces.
Kerry will also meet with the leadership of the Kurdistan regional government to express U.S. appreciation for their role in the coalition's efforts to defeat ISIS.
Here's what's ahead on KRDO News Channel 13 at 4. A former sailor was wrongfully imprisoned for a double murder for more than 30 years. Learn how he's regained his freedom.
Streets across Colorado Springs are finally getting the improvement they deserve. Coming up, we'll show you today's work.
Plus, it's opening day for the Colorado Rockies at home. We'll show you the excitement in the Mile High City.
And a beautiful day for baseball. Things are going to change this weekend, though. We are expecting showers to return to the forecast, and we're keeping you ahead of the storm on your smartphones. Be sure to download our Storm Tracker 13 weather app on your iPhone.